Welcome to today. Welcome to today. It's Dr. McGee here with the word of the day. And the word of the day today is thrive. Thrive. Now, if you've been following along, all this week we started with arrive, survive, strive. Now thrive. This is part of a system of phases that we can all go through if we're intentional about it and paying attention to the environment and where you are within the environment. Understanding these different phases will allow you to be the best you and have the best outcome. So when you arrive, right, you go through a process, you go through something to get to a certain destination and you're there. Then you realize that there's more. Then you have to survive. When you have to survive, what you have to do is make sure that you continue to exist despite the danger and the harm. And once you get through that phase, you begin to strive. Now you're intentional about it and you are making specific efforts to reach those goals. Now, I know I'm speaking high, but just follow me here. And then once you start that intentionality, that strategy, and you start to do that consistently, now you're in a zone. And that zone is thrive. Thrive. You're in a flow, right? You are progressively moving forward. You are in a groove, what we call it. And there's nothing that can stop you at that point because you're all in. The focus is there. The plan is there. And now you're executing. That's what thrive is. That's what thriving is. The thing is, it doesn't last forever. You don't just thrive for the rest of your life. You don't get there and then it's the mountaintop. You get to the mountaintop and you realize, wow, look at the clouds. I wonder what it's like to go up there. That's what happens when you thrive. In any sports, the championship dynasty doesn't last forever. They don't. After a while, with your same team, things switch. That's why it's not linear, it's cyclical. And these aren't even necessarily the right order. These are not in any particular order because survival could be first. Then you arrive after the survival. And then you strive and then you thrive. So the word today is thrive, and thriving is focusing on the flow. It's focusing on the rhythm. It's focusing on the harmony and being present in that moment as you are winning. And then once you see the thrive start to go down, you can fall back into the striving again, where you're conscious and you're retooling, you're figuring it out. You might get to a point where you have to go back to surviving because now it's harmful and dangerous. Because when you get to the top, a lot of times, when that on the other side of that glass ceiling are sharks. And those sharks are there waiting for you, waiting to eat you alive. And so you go back into thriving survival mode. You see where I'm going with this? I'm doing this because I love you and I care about you. And I'm doing this because thrive is a word. And a word changes the meaning. It changes the mood and changes the motivation. It's Dr. McGee. I love you guys. Let's make it a great Thursday.